Hey Cancer, I'm Lucy Ravenstone and welcome to my channel. So guys, I recorded this already with no sound yesterday. All of my water signs, I should have checked, but I was very angry, let's say that. So I really wasn't even going to record you today. I was going to just skip to air signs and come back to you. Because I was just like, no. It was so annoying, so frustrating. I was like on the top of the world. I was like, oh, I'm really getting through things. And then I upload them, I start uploading them and go, oh, I best just check to make sure that they're all good. So I start listening and I'm like, where's sound? And then I check every single one that I recorded and I was like, no, please. So here we are, recording them again, Cancer. So I am using my Fairy Forest Oracle as the 3 top cards, and then we are using the Wandering Star Tarot as the main deck for today. This is for our June reading. Let's see what's in store for June for you guys. Okay, that was my fault. I shuffled weirdly just then. Is that all of them? It's really annoying when I drop things when I'm doing them on camera because the floor is quite a distance down because I'm high up so you can see me, and because the desk that I have in here is not the best at the moment. It's a work in progress. Okay. And that one. Okay guys, let's see what's in store. So we're starting with Shapeshifter. I'll turn her around. Transformation, Primal Wisdom, and Instinct. So these are different cards. I think you have one that's the same card from what I did yesterday, sorry. But I am getting the same vibe through because it's triggering that memory for me. Shapeshifter, and I feel like you're seeing things. You're very intuitive during this time, and I feel like you just know something. This is your instinct, this is your primal wisdom, this is kind of what gets you through life, and I definitely feel this sense of you just knowing something right now, but I feel like you're observing and you're watching. I do feel like it's something, I remember, I'm going to say it as before because it is coming through the same way because we have the moon reversed. Let me just help my son do this so he's not distracting. I'll keep talking. So yeah, the energy with this is hang on. What am I doing? The energy with this is that there's something somebody is hiding from you, but I feel like you're seeing it clearly. So, for example, this is the kind of... I'm going to give you a scenario. So let's say you're in a relationship with someone and they're hiding something from you, but you know it within yourself, you know something. However, you have no evidence to support this. It's like being an intuitive or an empath. Sometimes we just know things and we know we're right. However, you can't just go in, for example, let's say our partner's cheating on us, right? We know this from a soul level, but you have no evidence to support it. It's just kind of like an inkling, something you know. Now, we can't just go in. We could. The healthy thing would be to ask the questions and be like, I have this feeling that you're cheating on me, or, because we see things that other people don't see. So you see that your partner's acting strange or they're doing things that's triggering this within you. However, it's not enough solid proof for you to accuse somebody. Now, that makes it difficult. And I feel like this is the energy you're in. I feel like you are kind of above and you see things and you know exactly what's going on. But proving it is a different story. We have the moon in reverse, and I definitely get the sense of something being hidden from you. However, I don't think they're doing a good job at hiding it from you because I do feel like you are aware, and this is what it's giving me. Trust in your intuition, because this is saying you're seeing something for as it is, right? So trust in yourself either way. Now, I get this sense that it's blocking you and stopping you from moving, and both of these cards came through in your last reading I did for you, so this is very solid kind of insights that we're getting through here because it's coming through again. Pisces had kind of a similar, different reading today than they did yesterday. It was changing. Some things came through, but for you, it's very much the same. Actually, a lot of your cards are the same cards. So that is a very good insight to this being what's blocking you right now. Now, I feel like you cannot move. We have the 5 of Swords in reverse, and I feel like whatever it is, I feel like you don't know what direction to go in because of the lack of something, the lack of knowledge, or the lack of something physical rather than it being a knowing. So I feel like this is keeping you in place, and I feel like you are holding on. I won't say you're holding it, but it doesn't feel like you're holding on, but it just feels like as in you cannot move because it's like you're observing and waiting for something more physical to hold on to in order to make the moves or to see a direction to which you can go. However, it just feels like you are unable to. But you're wise in this. Like, you have the wisdom, you have the knowledge. Yes, and I feel like you are also a strength in this as well, because I get this sense of you feeling vulnerable underneath, but I definitely get this more that your strength is on the outside. You are being kind of this I want to say prideful. I'm kind of getting like a Leo vibe of being prideful, being the one who knows exactly, like feeling that you have the upper hand. You know, and like sometimes you feel like because you know things that other people don't know that you know, you have the upper hand, so you're able to kind of laugh at them, because I get this sense that what's going on in front of you is so stupid, like they're so idiotic to think that you wouldn't know. That's how blatantly obvious I feel like this is, and I feel like so you are like kind of laughing at them. But at the same time, I feel like underneath the surface, you are a vulnerable person, Cancer. You are really feeling the sorrow and the loss of something. And it could be that it's a friend, it could be a loved one. I do feel like it's someone close to you, which is why you're just like, I don't know what to do. But I do feel like you need to trust in yourself. And I feel like it's this kind of vibe of sometimes we in society now, we don't trust ourselves because we feel like we need something physical to make a move, right? So for example, if we know someone's cheating on us but we don't have evidence, we don't feel like we can just say to someone, you know what, I know you're unfaithful to me, or I'm not having this, or just letting go of a relationship, but like because you feel like something's off. Like that should be a good enough reason to end something, right? However, like nowadays, for some reason, we talk ourselves out like, we can't do that. We have to have solid proof. We have to have a reason. We have to be able to prove our case. Why? If it's in your best interest to let it go, why are we not letting it go, right? It is kind of like that kind of situation is what this feels like. It feels like we're trying to make something, like find something that's more solid in order to make our move rather than just trusting in our instincts. We have the Chariot in reverse, so again I'm getting this sense of you not being able to progress and move forward because something is keeping you in your tracks. But I do need you to realize the Chariot is a card of having that wisdom and strength behind us, having that knowledge. And this could mean that, you know, you've been through something like this before. It's just why you are also seeing the signs, because it is something you recognize. But also I need you to realize that we want the Chariot upright. We need to bring with us that wisdom to make good choices, to keep movement, understanding that we have this experience behind us as support. And I feel like for you, it's actually perhaps you've had a bad experience as well, because this is just what's come to me now. Maybe you have had a bad experience in dealing with this, which is why you feel like you need something more in order to go in a direction. But whatever is your reasoning, it's keeping you stuck in the now. It's keeping you in this spot, so you're unable to move forward. I'm just going to take this off my laptop to make sure you're recording. Yep. So make sure the sound is on even, because I do not want to record these ones again and again and again. And the next column, we have Unseelie Queen, Glamour, Opulence, and Herberus. So I do get sense of something. I feel like someone really is playing the part. So even though you see through it, I feel like perhaps as well there's an aspect of this that they are playing the part so well. So even though you see through it and it's like, what the, like they're playing you for an idiot, because you're like, do you really think that I don't know what's going on? This is how I'm seeing it. And it kind of, if you look at her, she's that look of disbelief of, you know, like when someone is acting a certain way that's so laughable because you can see right through it. But you got to realize, being an intuitive, sometimes you see things other people do. And I get this quite a lot where I'll say to somebody, like that person is like, no, they're, you know, bad person. I'm not even going to talk to them. And that person, oh yeah, but they've done this and they do that. I'm like, yeah, but they also did this, this, and this. Like, this is just me from meeting them on first kind of vibe, and what I get from just listening to them talk, I get so much more from it than what someone like a normal, I say normal person, because I'm always calling myself a weirdo. But like the you know, the average person sometimes just doesn't see things a certain way. So the act and the glamour, as much as it looks so see-through to you, it's like other people fall for it. And that can be really frustrating, because I have that. And then later down the line, like 2 weeks, a month, 2 years later, someone says, oh my God, you were right. That person's done this to me, or found out they've been doing that. I'm like, yeah, duh. That's who they are. That's their essence. And I saw that. And I feel like this is a very similar vibe here. And I feel like, so you're looking at like, like what? And I feel like it's like they're treating you like a fool, basically. But you are fully seeing this. You are seeing straight through it. And yeah, I get this feeling of you literally feeling superior in this, but in a righteous way. Like, you're right to feel that way. So trust in that. Wheel of Fortune, change of luck. So I do feel like there is this change of luck coming forward. This is karma. This is destiny. So I do feel like what you're going through right now is, again, it's kind of like a purpose. You're supposed to see this in order to change something, to make a change, right? So this change of luck means that we are wielding, to me, this is what this is coming through as you anyway, wielding your luck, your future. So the karma that's going to come from this, for people involved, is part of your journey of self-discovery, is what I'm feeling here, which is really cool. And I do think that it's something that you need to learn about yourself. So I'm getting this intuitive feeling, as in it's again learning to trust yourself and learning to trust in your gift. You know, if this is something really that you are seeing in such an empathic way, then trust yourself in all situations. Trust that you can just drop someone like a hat if you feel that their energy is off. You do not need to see the good in everybody, if they are showing, if you are sensing the bad. And I feel like I have to tell this to a lot of people. My mom is somebody, she's a Libra though, but she sees the good in people. I'm more of somebody who I sense the bad before I see the good. So I understand that all people are good and we all have potential. However, I do sense the bad straight away. And I'm not someone, like, I am a protector of my own energy. So if somebody gives me a bad feel, like, I just don't give them the time of day. Like, I cannot do confrontation and I won't treat somebody bad. So if somebody bad who I know and sense is bad says hi to me, I'm like, hi, and I'll give them the time of day as a degree of being civil, like a normal human being. Like, we all should be nice to each other in that kind of way. It's like, unless somebody's wronged me, I'm not going to wrong them. I'm like, got no problem with people, you know. And I don't have any problem with bad people as such. I just don't want you in my life or anyone near me, basically. And this is what I'm getting here. It's this, I feel like you need to trust in yourself. Like, if somebody has something that makes you feel off, don't entertain them. Don't be okay with that. Why should we? It's okay, be civil to them if you have to be in their presence. If this is someone close to you, yes, be civil where you need to, but you do not need to extend yourself. You do not need to extend your kindness. Don't make yourself have to be in their presence just for the sake of seeing the good in somebody. Like, oh, they're just a normal human being. Maybe if I give them a chance. No. Trust your instincts. Don't give people chances if they do not deserve the chances. Even if they've done nothing wrong, you're just opening yourself to allowing them to do something wrong to you, right? Because you sense that already. Trust yourself. Trust your intuition. Okay. 9 of Pentacles. So I feel like you bring in a world of wisdom with you again. And this is giving me new beginning vibes because I'm seeing the innocence here as well. This is a card of kind of stability and prosperity, and this is coming straight after the Wheel of Fortune. So I kind of feel like this change of look is going to give you confidence, is actually what just popped into my mind and my mouth just then, because I was actually going to go to a more stable, but confidence. It's going to give you confidence in yourself and your ability to grow what you need to grow. And I feel like you need to understand yourself, like, you have grown so much so far that you have this ability to keep that growing. And I feel like it's understanding your stability in this, your security, that no matter where you are in your situation in your life, that you will be okay. Because I feel like this is giving me that you are the creator of your comfort, your confidence, your everything that you need. You do not need to get from anybody else. And I feel like this is the whole thing, is the self-discovery right now, because I felt like this something to do with the discovery, and I feel like it's just, again, a self-discovery, more of just a realization that you've known all along, really, because again, I'm getting this sense of a smug feel from you. It's like, you know, I feel like you could literally just be nodding here like, yeah, I know. This is me, like, and it gives me, this is what I mean by prideful, because I get this sense of it just being yeah, I know, I'm pretty awesome. This is what you should be feeling, definitely feeling that within this. The Hermit, it is in reverse position. So I feel like, again, so the Hermit is kind of a self-discovery card. I do feel a sense of like you don't need to do the inner work because you've done it. So this feels to me as though this is like towards the end of your transition. So you do not need to be going off on your spiritual journey of self-discovery. It literally just feels like realization to me. Yeah, and I'm feeling like I'm getting kind of like a light below you, which means to me, like when I visualize to myself, when I'm doing my readings, how I visualize. So what I see at the bottom is like is your foundations and what you've got to help push you forward, and what's above on the cards, I tend to see of what's ahead of you, future, or where your mind is at, kind of thing. And I feel like there's a lot of light at the bottom, which means to me, light represents healing, it's enlightenment, it's kind of intuition as well. And I definitely feel like that's your foundation and where you're going from. So I feel like where you're coming from, in terms of growing things now, is from an enlightened state, a state of knowing, and having that inner wisdom, but also your team is around you, guiding you during this time. Elven Touch, recovery, comeback, revival. This is definitely coming back from and going through transition. So I feel like what you've been through in the past, again, that is you're coming back stronger and bigger now. This is what this feels for me. So again, we're at that end transition stage where we're actually bringing the good and positives into reality. And we've been through the hard times in order to, kind of go into this sense of peace and calmness of creating now. And this is what I'm sensing for you, of coming into this creating something new. So you may be going through hard times right now, and this could be part of this, because I get this sense again of just something hidden, but it's revealing because you see it, you're aware of it. So this has the potential to have its tricky times. However, you are feeling very strong in this. So I feel like no matter what, you can face whatever's going on around you and coming at you, and because you are on that end tail. This is not tower energy, this is rebuilding energy, this is foundations up energy. Now there is snow. Snow is purity, and winter is hibernation. So I am getting this kind of peaceful vibe of not needing to focus on building right now. You are going through this stage of kind of feeling that you can ease into this, is what I want to say. And I want us to be kind to ourselves, because when we're in this winter stage, it comes into this time to hibernate, comes in this time to kind of protect ourselves. So we're not in the hermit energy of shutting away to heal, but we are in this time of just appreciating the moment and living in that moment and not worrying too much about what's behind and what's ahead. And that's what I'm feeling here for you. Nine of Swords in reverse. So I definitely feel like, again, you are kind of in this stuck energy. However, it's in reverse. If this was upright, I'd be reading this like as though it's kind of a hard time for you, but I really am not feeling like this is hard. I do feel like it has its annoyances, because again, you're seeing things that are just you cannot kind of move forward from. So I get this sense of being stuck. And I do feel like you have so many directions you could go in, but you're feeling stuck. So you are resting during this time. But yeah, all of the hardness seems like it's behind you. I really do feel that. And I feel like the comfort is ahead of you in this. And you are seeing. I'm seeing eyes. You are seeing exactly what's what. So I don't want you to be too harsh on yourself with this. The comfort, I'm getting this sense because I keep seeing comfort ahead and relax. And I just saw that with the winter, a kind of part of it, of the need to hibernate, the need to relax, to rest. And that recovery word as well. And that kind of recovery is in the Nine of Swords a little bit. This need to kind of stop worrying and stressing. And so I feel like the need to go and, don't go out, don't over socialize if that's what you're being drawn to. Trust in your instincts 100%, because you can do that. It's telling you, trust in yourself. I do feel like this is a time where you are going to be feeling vulnerable. This is the kind of sadness I felt over here, where it feels like it's below the surface. You are really showing a strong woman kind of vibe. That's not a gender, it's just you understand what I'm saying, because this can apply to men as well. but I just get the sense of being like, you know how women tend to wear that armor so they can be that confident self going through those hard times. It's a very feminine kind of energy to go through the tough times with a brave face. And this is what I'm feeling here. But I feel like there is this sadness within you, which is why I'm feeling that comfort, that need to kind of wrap up with some Netflix and chill to recover, because I'm getting this sense of heartbreak. And this can be, I do get this sense of perhaps a relationship having its issues. It may be coming to an end, it may not. This Three of Swords to me is heartbreak and loss, so a relationship could be ending now. However, it does depend on what this situation is touching on what you are feeling is the wrong. If it is cheating, I feel the ending is coming, and I feel like you know that. However, it's just, if it's something more lighter, I do see a potential of it just causing you sorrow and the fact that you're having to go through this again here. But again, I don't feel like for everybody this is going to be the end of something. I just feel like there should be something you're letting go of here, whether it being something you allow in your relationship, in a friendship, in a career, in whatever this situation applies to, where you are seeing things clearly, you are letting go of something, and it's giving you that heartache. It's giving you sadness, the vulnerable feels. Sorry, I burped. We're ending on the Ace of Swords in reverse. So again, you do need to create movement for yourself. I feel a lot of blockage here of you just feeling stuck. That's what this is giving me again. In the reverse position, I feel like you are really holding on to something, like an ideal of where you wanted something to be, but because of something that you know, it's hindering from you taking it in that direction. And I feel like because you are just so focused on something, that's what this is giving me, so focused on one thing that you're holding so tightly to that you're stuck, and that's perhaps because that one thing is not the way it can go. So this is all about, you know, your self-realizations. You're thinking this through for yourself, but there's no rush. You're being told to rest here, to nurture yourself. But keep that in mind, because that can help give you insight into where to go. I am being drawn to the spots on the back. I don't really know what symbology for spots are, but that could be something to worth looking in for. What it's giving me right now is kind of these little dots of ifs, buts, what's ifs, and possibilities. So I feel like there are many possibilities here, and I think that's why that I couldn't just say, you know, we're breaking up right now, this is about breakup, or this is time to leave a job, this is a time to change things dramatically. You just need to create movement in order, by honoring yourself and not needing to kind of fill in the dots, which could also be what this means. Don't need to be joining the dots together to get you somewhere. You just need to create movement, and that could be letting go of that one idea that was your one goal and aspiration. And I feel like this is basically a hiccup, because I feel like you had a plan and you had a vision, and this is why I feel like it's laughable, because you're like, I just can't believe it. This is where we were going, and this is what was happening, and now it's not. So it's coming to that kind of realization that maybe things are not going to go that way, but how do we create the movement in that? It's by accepting, and, you know, changing our path, changing the course, dealing with it rather than waiting for answers to deal with it. So thank you, Cancer. Thank you for being here. Please like and subscribe to my channel to continue seeing me and my updates. Comment below if you have any questions. I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you next month.